This show is sponsored by BetterHelp Online Therapy. You are your greatest asset. It's time you started investing in that. Visit betterhelp.com/double toasted and take care of you.
I'm glad to be of service, Doctor. Anytime you need my help, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm at your service, Doctor. That's my job. That is the rudest I've ever seen in my life.
I was trying to hold it. I couldn't. I was trying to hold it for the rest of the statement. I know, because the way he looked.
And the way the camera stayed up.
Yeah, but the way
the way he waited for him to leave the room.
Hey everyone, Double Toasted Live is heading to Los Angeles in just a few days, Friday, November 5th. So get your tickets now by going to x1entertainment.com, and we'll see you there soon. Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. I need to let you know that this portion of the show has been brought to you by Credit Karma. And this is a perfect time to talk about that. Tonight we're talking about a black vampire that's woken up after 200 years. You know that brother's credit is bad.
Delinquent as hell.
Yeah, his credit is bad.
Before he went to sleep.
Yeah.
For 200 years.
That brother come back thinking about getting a new castle and want to buy some new clothes. Nah, man. You know, he's the perfect candidate for Credit Karma over here.
Way to work that in there.
Yeah, well, it's true.
Well done.
And it's serious.
True professional.
But seriously, y'all, a lot of people are feeling very overwhelmed by their finances, by their debt out there. And you don't have to feel helpless about it. Credit Karma is here for you. Look at Marty's crying for this man over here. He understands. You know, give you more confidence in your finances. Give you more confidence in making those big calls when trying to build up your credit.
It's expensive to be poor.
It is.
Get your credit
Now,
up.
Credit Karma is the way that'll help you find a better avenue for applying for cards, applying for loans. You might try to refinance your credit card debt, and Credit Karma uses your credit data to show you how fresh your personal loan offers can be when you apply for them. You know, a lot of people get worried when they apply for a loan. You know, they don't know how it's going to happen. Mm-hmm. They get scared of the answers that they're going to get.
Fear of rejection.
Fear of rejection out there. Well, Credit Karma, they actually come in and they will show you your chances of being approved. They have this thing called approval odds, so that you can choose offers that you're more likely to get approved for, and that'll make you more confident when you're applying for a loan. And they even let you know if you can refinance and save on the debt that you have, and some other things that you can do with your finances over there. A lot of people out there, you know, ain't nothing to be ashamed of. A lot of people out there, they're kind of struggling. They got debt. Or they just want to be smarter about their finances, and that's why I'm here to help you with that. And Credit Karma is here to help you with that. CreditKarma.com/loan offers is where you want to go to start applying for loans and finances with more confidence. Again, that is CreditKarma.com. I'm going to spell that out for you. CreditKarma.com/loan offers. Type that in, and as I said, start taking charge of your finances and being more confident about your credit. Once again, I want to thank Credit Karma for sponsoring this portion of the show. And I want to thank all of you out there, as always, for your support. I was actually doing this movie for a watch party not too long ago. It's for Halloween. Now, Halloween is a few days old now. We're done with it. Moving on into November. But that movie that we watched, Blacula, made such an impression on me that I thought, you know what? It's interesting. It's not going to make just a fun bad movie roast, but it'll make an interesting movie roast. Why? Well, stick around and see.
You shall be Blacula.
I love this. He's like, God, really? I love that expression every time you call me. Wow.
You could think no better than that.
What the? Really? Blacula?
Yeah, I know you stole my wife and turned me into a demonic creature of the night, But sticking me with that name, bro, come on.
The Black Avenger.
You're the only imbecile on this street. Boy.
Oh, shit. Now you insulted him and made him hungry.
She is my favorite character.
Oh,
Boy.
she went into that long. But I do like that. This is a very interesting movie in that. So we're gonna go ahead and get into talking about this because Blacula. Y'all look at this and they talking about Dracula's black soul brother and he a strange dude. Yeah. Shit, he ain't no jive tacky. You know, people look at this and they think, oh well, typical blaxploitation. And in some ways, it might be. But I'm gonna explain to you now. Pay attention when we talk about this. Basically, this is Blacula coming back after 200 years after he was created, damn near 200 years, and with a thirst for blood because brother's hungry. He had lunch, a snack, a dinner for a while. But in addition to that, he said, "Well, damn, the first girl he lays eyes on, like that looked like my wife." He chases her and says, "I got to have her." Mm-hmm. I can suck all the blood I want to in this world, but I'm just not going to be a happy man unless I have someone at my side to do it with. And that is why he's after this girl right here who looks like his deceased wife. Now, that's the basic plot right there. It feels weird because parts of this, and I would like to see what you think about this, parts of this are actually a good movie. Blacula is a good movie trapped in a bad format. And that format is blaxploitation.
I completely agree with that because I always had certain feelings about this movie, and rewatching it, I was like, I know technically it's bad, but just because they don't have the money and it's got to adhere to the blaxploitation tropes and all, but I feel like there's a good movie in here. I don't walk away going, oh, that sucked. I was like, I still kind of dig this like I did when I first saw it when I was a kid.
Yeah, no, there's some good things in this movie, man. It's actually a good film. Yeah, it's stuck in blaxploitation. You can only do so much within that, man. I mean, you pretty much blocked in. You were walled in. You were very limited. But it aspires to be so much more, man. For one, it's a socially conscious film. It's trying to say something about historic and systemic racism. It really is trying to bust out of that whole thing of being just another blaxploitation film out there that just traded out black for and replaced the name with that. You know, the Dracula. No, I'm Blacula. Y'all just silly. I know it sounds stupid, really. But the movie actually starts out with Dracula, the OG, who is almost an allegory for racism itself.
Oh, very much so.
Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. Dracula is racist as I mean,
you never think about that. But
I ain't never seen no racism like the kind Dracula got. Not and the reason why, I mean, this man goes out of his way to be the shittiest racist he can be. Mm-hmm. Not only does he invite a prince all the way from Africa over to Transylvania just to mock him.
To totally cease the slave trade. Slavery has merit, I believe.
He says, I know this bitch didn't bring me all the way from Africa just to tell me I ain't shit.
He just to fuck with me. You know, on that boat ride was?
Yeah, because he always like, hey, we can work out a partnership and get rid of slavery. And he's like, oh, yes, I don't think so.
Yeah. I actually kind of like slavery.
I mean, you have to admit there are benefits to slavery.
you stupid black.
So you didn't want to discuss this at all. Motherfucker, goddamn.
No, he didn't. Not only did he invite him over just to look in his face and mock him, to tell him, really, it was a way to tell him, you know what, you might be a prince, but in Castle Dracula, you ain't shit.
Right.
Intriguing and delightful for mine. I would willingly pay for so beautiful an addition to my household as your delicious wife.
Now I got to cut this motherfucker. I've been trying to sit up here and be professional. I've been trying not to act like a.
Right, exactly. But
hey, man, you bring it out of me, man. For years, we have been in love with that Bela Lugosi Dracula. Mm-hmm. You know, because he's all pimped out with that cape and he's always cool chills and other nights. You know, we grew up with that. But it never occurred to us. Of course, Dracula would be racist.
Sure.
He's in that period.
Yeah. Because the thing is, you think of like Bela Lugosi coming from Transylvania. He was the other.
Yeah.
So you're like, well, he would understand the plight of the black man, but he's like,
No, I need somebody to look down on.
Yeah.
Shit, they don't like me. I don't like your black ass.
Right.
He's like, are you what, free labor?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give that up? Psh, I don't think so.
Hey, shit rolls downhill. It don't matter where it is.
Plus, you're from Africa. You know about the jungle. Come
Yeah.
on.
Like he brought him over there to lynch him, Dracula style.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
So this whole thing is just this dude.
It's a ruse, man.
Oh yeah. The whole thing. I'm gonna bring you over here so we can negotiate. He's like, no, I got my boys waiting.
No, he wanted.
I got hired goons.
No, he brought him over because he wanted to he wanted to lynch him Dracula style. What's a Dracula style lynching? Well, first of all, he calls his Quaker oat dudes out to try to beat your ass.
He can't even run right.
Oh no! They didn't get far.
That's the trailer. He is just bitch slapping everybody
Man,
in the trailer.
That's the thing.
That's it. I don't say nothing. I don't want to go too far. But I'm just gonna say this because we'll talk about it later. Keep in mind that bitch slap. That's all I'll say.
I know, right?
Just keep make a mental note.
Take a drink.
He's gonna do something. Even Dracula like, God damn, he hit your ass.
I said grab him. Shit. You ain't see that coming?
Shit, you my best man. I mean, he didn't even move. He did one of the Morgan Freeman slapped like.
Yeah. It sounds. Yeah. He's like, I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
Dracula's like, God damn. So as far as the Dracula style lynching, well, what this is that he brought him over. He said, "Now I'm just gonna take you, Drax. I'm gonna take you, dear prince. I'm gonna put you in a tomb and lock it up for you to rot." But before he does that, he says, "You know what? I could have hung you. I could have burned you. Nah, I'm not gonna do that, man. I'm gonna curse you for eternity with an animalistic lust for blood and a stupid ass name."
You shall be Blacula.
He's like, what the? He's muttering like, what the?
The way he went, you shall be. I was like, so did he not have the name planned? He just made it up on the spot.
Oh, he had that shit planned.
You shall be, Blacula.
Well, even for him, he was probably like, you shall be. You know what? That just don't have to sound right.
Yeah, you know what? That just doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, it just.
Blacula was my third choice, but that's the one that's the one I was feeling at the time.
Even this man, he's knocked out, and even he's like, "Are you serious?"
Right.
Wait, what? No, come on.
Blacula, which will become your only desire.
Damn, he hates black people so much, he got tears of joy coming out of his eyes. I mean, it don't stop there just to be extra shitty. You mean there's more? Yes. He looks at his wife and says,
"Oh shit!"
He says, you don't want to give me no ass, huh? Well, he said, I got something for you. He says, I'm gonna lock you in here with him. Except I ain't gonna make you no Blacula.
Yeah.
You're gonna sit in here and just rot.
Ugh.
And he just can't. It can't be where it's just like I'm going to lock you up and you're going to rot. It always got to be something black about it.
Uh-oh.
You will watch helpless and dying until the black flesh rots from your bones.
Why got to be black flesh? And by the way, just 5 minutes ago you wanted this black flesh, so.
Right?
Well, if I can't have it, no one will.
Now get your black ass in that box.
Yeah, man.
Black flesh. But even she was like, oh, okay, you know what?
Like,
Just put me in there.
Yeah, just shut up. As long as I have to listen, you know.
God damn.
Why did he lock him up? And then why did he invite him all the way from Africa just to lock this dude in a tomb and make a pass at his wife and then kill her? Because it's a metaphor for an affluent black person.
Yeah.
Being killed for not knowing his place.
Because
in their place.
Yeah, he's a prince and he's very regal. I mean, hiring this actor, William Marshall, he's regal in the way he speaks. Even like when you talked about his signature move is a backhand.
Yeah.
Which is very much a regal thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna punch you. I'm gonna backhand your ass.
Yes, that's what the the nobleman back in.
And obviously the brother trained in Britain because he don't sound like the Black Panther nothing. Mm-hmm. He talks like Shakespeare, which William Morris he is a Shakespearean actor. It don't take long, y'all, because that was very dramatic. That was very deep in a way. They're like, damn, you know, that's a very clever and deep way to make a metaphor for racism. Yeah, but after that bit of drama, they said, you know what? Enough of that bullshit. Now it's time to get funky. Got them brothers with the horns out there.
I know.
Yeah.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, I love this soundtrack.
Man, you know what? Even when you watch, even when it starts getting funky and they start playing that typical blaxploitation music, you know, them brothers bring out them horns and everything. Even the credits still aspire to be more than the average blaxploitation movie. They kind of got there. Anybody knows his name? I know it sounds pretentious, but Saul Bass, which was saved for like Hitchcock movies and stuff like that. They try to do the same thing right here. Even though the shit looks like a video game where a chick is trying to escape a bat and failing. Damn, that's I don't know if he's eating her.
Yeah,
doing oral sex.
Yeah, I was like, wait,
I mean,
sorry.
why can't you do both?
Eating a different way. It's not. It's a little uneven at times because while it's looking like this is really, you know, they raised the bar on what they do in these blaxploitation flicks right here. Well, you know,
Man, we didn't say how much they raised
we didn't
the bar.
say. Yeah, you know, they take
You know, it's a little bit above Blackenstein.
Yeah, and it ain't consistent because once we get past some funky horns, Blacula wakes up in modern times, almost 200 years later, where he
1970s LA.
1970s LA, man. I think this was made in 1972, so this was 1970, 71 when this was done, and he wakes up almost 200 years later, where his first meal is a couple of stereotypical gay dudes, and not just that stereotype where they squeal when they see blood.
Oh no!
What did you do? Let me see. Ouch! Don't panic. Oh, wait just a second.
and complete with Afro having a lisp.
Yeah,
Yeah, but also when they shriek, they did it in harmony too.
Yeah.
And they're interior decorators.
Yep.
Oh my God, dude, stop!
And not only does Blacula hear that shriek, but he smells that sugar over there.
Oh yeah.
That Kool-Aid.
That Kool-Aid. He smells that sweet. He smells that sweetness over there.
Yeah. Oh, that sugar in there.
Yeah, man.
And
And then he smells that sugar over there. And he starts fiending.
Charles, be still. Stop. What's wrong with you?
Oh yeah. Shit, does he want some blood? He wants some ass. I can't tell.
You don't know.
It's been 200 years since his last meal.
Shit, it's been 200 years since his last so he might want both. He said, shit, I'm horny and I'm hungry.
I'll see what else is out there later on.
Yeah, right
but this is right here, right now.
It's not like they're gonna tell anybody. He want that blood so bad. He sends one of them gay boys spinning across the room.
Bobby!
Oh man.
Twirl. He like, bitch, get off me, I'm eating.
But the way he did it, he was like 5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
That was not the choreography.
Boy, he did some Broadway gay shit across that room.
Graceful.
Like the Jackson 5. When he got that big ass afro.
I want you back.
That Jerome going across the floor. Jermaine, I mean.
Jermaine.
Bobby!
If you haven't learned yet from watching this show, I'm going to tell you one more time. If you're in an action movie or a horror flick, shave that head. You don't need no afro.
Oh,
No,
it will get grabbed.
It makes it too easy for your opponent, man. We learned that from my man in Miami Connection a few weeks ago. Give me that shit.
Got it from the back too.
Yeah. Well, that's where you get the good grip.
Yeah.
But he got that shag. He had that good afro shag.
They can't do nothing when you grab that.
It's like when you grab a cat by the scruff of the neck.
But that brother was like, well, he didn't even know what was going on. He was, he gonna grab my fro.
Give me that. Boy, he got a good handful of naps in there.
You better be glad it wasn't a Jerry curl.
Oh, he would have slipped right through.
Like, oh, damn it.
He would have slithered away.
A little ultra permanent though. It ain't all naps.
No, that shit was dry because he was able to hang on. Shit, I like grabbing a sponge before you clean the kitchen.
After you're used in the dried up.
And same thing with Blacula, boy. Don't be coming with no afros around. I mean, everybody got him in this movie, but if you one of his victims, that makes it way too easy. He used that shit to like jerk his head around.
Hell yeah, when you going for that bite, get you a good
handful of Jackson 5 afro.
Hold that neck perfectly.
Yeah, man. I mean, the kind where your hands just get lost in that shit. You know when he got up, he's like, shit.
When
like that dude who getting that blood from his mouth. What the fuck is this shit? This country ass gay dude over here. God damn, I'm just trying to eat shit. Don't wear no afros around these people, man. Makes their job too easy. And that gay blood must taste good.
Sure it does.
It's sweet like shit.
Nice and sweet.
Nice and sweet. Because that fool, he goes to bed full and happy.
I didn't know vampires ate like dude.
He looks over again like, no, I'm finished. I don't even know.
That's how I felt in Rome.
Well, first of all, why is he waking up after 200 years, and why is his first meal two gay dudes, two stereotypical gay dudes? That's because they're the ones that brought him over. It's their fault. Because and you're like, well, how they bring him over? Because like Martin said, they're interior decorating. They were shopping for antiques over in Transylvania, in Dracula's castle.
Wonderful.
Dracula?
But he is dead, gentlemen, quite dead.
And they don't explain why he went to Dracula's castle. They didn't tell you why they in Transylvania.
Were they in Transylvania? I thought this was in L.A. where this was happening.
No, because they had to bring his.
They brought the coffin.
They brought
back.
the coffin over. Remember, they had to go.
Oh, that's right. They get the stuff.
They
and
were
bring
in
it back.
Castle Dracula because they had to break. They were like, is there any other antiques like, I don't know, hidden coffins and hidden tombs?
Yeah, that's a great interior design prop.
And the thing is, they haggled, almost cheating that dude to get the stuff. So you're like, all right, you must.
Here's what you get. All right.
Well, they were smart. They like, well, shit. If a vampire lived up in here, then we deserve a discount. Now you would think that after all that funky music and these really terrible stereotypes that they have over here, that we are in for some straight up crazy, typical blaxploitation, and nobody could actually blame you for that. This is where it's starting to come in now. Is where we get into the pimps and the gangsters and, hey baby, where them job turkey vampires at? You know, I wouldn't blame you. Yeah, exactly. That's a strange dude. No, it's actually quite the opposite, man. First, they never call him Blacula at all.
That's true. You're right.
No, they call him. They refer to him with respect. They call him
with his name,
Prince Mamawaldi. Mm-hmm. You never hear Blacula uttered. It's just that Prince Mamawaldi don't sell tickets to
That's
people.
true.
Yeah, Blacula. That makes it. So it goes to show you that, you know, Dracula really was being an asshole. He was making a joke, a mockery of him. Mm-hmm. But then you never hear that title or the word Blacula uttered again, man. And he's just cool, man. I mean,
he is cool. You really like him.
The brother, the moment he wakes up, like he immediately just starts mingling with people, hanging out, even after scaring brides and chasing them down and everything.
Even wearing a cape.
Nobody question him wearing a cape wherever he goes. The brother's just cool.
Champagne, please.
You better than me.
I know. That's exactly how he's looking too. That's exactly how he's looking. He's like, he's gonna come up and sit at my table.
Wait, that ain't necessary. What do you mean that ain't necessary? You cheap ass bastard. Damn, let's drink this champagne.
He's like, bitch, shut the fuck.
I love champagne. Yeah, and he knows he got it.
Just because you ain't classy like him.
Yeah, and he's looking like, he's like, nigga, I wasn't talking to you. He looking right at her. So we expect him. That's William Marshall. If you know anything about him, Shakespearean and Broadway actor, classically trained. Of course, he's gonna come in and elevate this higher. But all the rest of you other Negroes, y'all ain't gonna do that. You gonna let this man hang. bringing all the professionalism in here. No, it's not like
Well,
that.
yeah, these other actors, they were in a lot of,
Yes.
prominent black movies.
Well, they were in shows, movies, but,
Yeah.
but in this movie right here, like no one, well, with an exception.
Except for one dude.
We'll talk about that later, but everybody else, they are not a stereotype here, man. Now, maybe they're a stereotype of some other type, but not black blaxploitation types, like Thomas Rasulala.
Yeah. He was always in a lot of stuff.
He was in Sanford and Son. And,
Yeah, he played the dad on good What's Happening.
What's Happening?
What's Happening? Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I think he was on an episode of Star Trek one time.
I don't know about that.
I saw him wearing a red shirt, so which means that brother died.
Yeah.
But during the 70s, he made the rounds on a lot of TV shows and movies.
But here he plays Dr. Gordon Thomas. And he don't come in and like, where that body at, baby? He ain't doing none of that. He comes in and actually it's kind of cool because they don't. I'm telling you how this is kind of a message movie in a way, metaphor for racism, but they don't pound that in, man. They are conscious, like, all right, people don't want to hear that shit all through the movie. They want to see a horror movie, and they stay close to that, and they also kind of bring in some other genres. They make this like a cop procedural in a way,
Right.
And this dude, like, he's the one that's on the case trying to find out of why these people are dying in the hood and why people are showing up in green makeup and fangs and everything, and and being that he's on the case, again, he's not like, I'm gonna get that blood sucker. He plays this with good dramatic effect. And this is another case where it's a good example of how they bring in the message of the movie without pounding you over the head with it, because he's a guy that can work with the cops, but he's also constantly calling the cops out on their shit.
Who checked the two bodies? In that area, it should be Watson.
Called cyanide poisoning, heart failure.
I'm getting tired of that kind of talk.
Well, I don't give a shit.
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm getting tired of you guys murdering black people.
That's what that meant there. He said heart attack and cyanide poisoning. There's another time where he says, how come, black victims don't get as much attention as all the other people out there. So he's constantly calling the cops on their shit, but it's not like it's an anti-cop movie. He works very close with the lieutenant, and they work as a team and everything. And he also gets to like go in there and do his forensic stuff. It's funny because when he's not being serious and he's not being a hard ass, he's over there laughing like Dr. Hibbert half the time. Well, I'll be goddamn. Like that dude from the Simpsons. He always laughs.
Yeah, you have cancer.
Right.
And they try to do this with every character here. Everybody's kind of elevated to something where it's not some shucking and jiving and shameful level right here. Everybody tries to do their thing. Even when characters drop the N-word, they still do it with a sort of stage gravitas.
Glad to be of service, doctor. Anytime you need my help, please don't hesitate to ask. I'm at your service, doctor. That's my job. That is the rudest I've ever seen in my life.
I was trying to hold it. I couldn't. I was trying to hold it for the rest of the statement. I know, because the way he looked.
And the way the camera stayed up.
Yeah, but the way
the way he waited for him to leave the room.
That is the rudest. I was trying to wait for the whole statement, but I couldn't.
Well, it seemed like he wanted to because the way he's all like trying to get him to hang around, he just left on him.
Well, he was trying to get some business because morticians do that. They're like,
Right,
hey,
right.
if you ever need any of my services, you come to like Joe and Joe's more obituary or mortician area or whatever it is. And the cop was like, I'm on a case. I don't want to deal with your shit right now. And this motherfucker like, well, you then. He's looking like,
That's what I'm saying. Why he's looking at him like,
Thought about it.
man.
he also like, is he gone yet?
Yeah.
He waited for him to walk out the door.
He's just mad.
That is the rudest I've ever seen in my life.
My life.
In my life, you know what I'm saying? He's still saying it
Because before that, he was all very professional and speaking like this. Just, anything I can do for you? And it's like, man,
Hello, good doctor.
That's kind of pulling Aunt Esther. Well, you. Somebody walk out.
Well, good doctor, if there's anything I can be assistance of, you let me know. And by the way, good doctor, I'm at your services anytime, any day. Well,
Yeah, basically.
And you know what? This also kind of works as a decent tragic love story.
Very much so.
Yeah, they have another classic black actor in here, actress, Vanetta McGee, who plays Tina, who is the same woman that plays his wife Luva.
And Vanetta McGee was fine as
Man, God damn.
Jesus.
Oh, she was, man. You can see it right here because they got her ass running in heels and a mini skirt. I mean, because this is where it's silly, man. Because the first time he meets her is when he's chasing her ass through the street, thinking that's his wife.
Luva. Wait.
Yeah. Shit, he's like, you ain't getting away from me. Shit.
Now, I do know that's not you, but I'm gonna keep chasing you.
Shit, I know it's not you, but you got that skirt on.
That's kind of fun watching you run.
But we can work something out.
Shit, I don't care who you are now.
yeah, exactly. She was fine though.
Did his real wife just die in the castle?
Yeah, locked down there too.
Yeah, it's the classic Dracula story though. He right. You know, when he comes back, there's a woman that looks exactly like his betrothed. There was love.
Yeah,
and then he
stalks her.
He stalks her and tries to make her fall in love with him.
But the first time they met, he got her ass terrified, running through the streets. He's like, I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna get that ass. Look at he taking his time too.
He's hopping around like
Oh, wearing black and white.
Le pant. The second time he sees her, he stalks her to a club to bring her purse back to her. And keep in mind, it was only hours ago where he was running her ass down through the streets. Mm-hmm. And now she's like, oh, it's you, got my purse? Hey, cool.
Come join my friends.
Yeah, sure. Hey, y'all, this is the creepy guy that chased me down last night.
He is? No, he's cool now. Shut up. Don't ruin this for me.
Yeah, he brought me my purse back. But he's just that smooth. You know, there's even a point where he sits her down and he tells her his story. He don't say, hey, brace yourself. I know this is gonna sound crazy. No, he sits down and he just tells her, he's like, with no warning, like, hey, just a little detail right here. Yeah, I'm cursed by Dracula.
Our assassin was the vampire Count Dracula.
Count Dracula is a myth. He wasn't real.
Oh, yes, he was real as I am now. As real as you are. And my need for you. You are my Luva recreated.
I'm like, what the
You can have me.
I'm gonna tell you how, like, because he's smooth and he knows what he's doing. The only time my man lost his cool, he lost his cool because she thought about it. She's like, hey, yeah, you know what? You need this is crazy. You need to go. And he walked out and he's like, well, you have to make that decision. He was gonna try to make a cool exit, but then she turned around. She's like, Prince, don't leave. You can stay the night. And he's like, oh shit! That brother, he was sweating.
Sweating. That's all I needed to hear.
He didn't think that was gonna work. He was like,
I guess I'll leave.
Yeah.
200 years, I suppose I've lost my touch. Still got it.
Yeah.
I'm opening the door to leave now.
He's like, oh, thank God. He's like, shit, I was about to go home and jack off tonight.
Yeah. Back to my coffin and jack off.
Yeah. See that coffin lid?
Yeah, the coffin go boop, 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 boop.
It's not so bad because they start introducing things you see in almost every blaxploitation movie. Martin and I were talking about this the other day. If you're watching a blaxploitation movie, you're going to stop. It's like a Tyler Perry movie where you stop and go to church. These movies, you stop and you're going to go to the club. You're going to hang out for a little while.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the club.
Yeah, and the movie's going to stop, the story going to stop, and you just going to watch a band perform for about 2 or 3 minutes. But it ain't so bad with them because, these are these psychedelic brothers right here. These Age of Aquarius Negroes right here,
You know who this band is?
Yes, I was going to tell people. I'll tell them in a little bit.
Because when you played the other day, I was like,
they look familiar.
I know these people. And then I looked it up. I was like, of course.
And these it's funny because for a movie about a chocolate vampire, and I told Martin this the other day, it's appropriate that they're dressed up like Boo Berry, right? the Boo Berry dancers over here. That's even a point where they come in and they switch flavors. They go from Boo Berry to Frankenberry.
Know about love.
I was saying to myself, I was like, why is this band getting so much attention? And it's funny because I actually do like the music that they're playing.
Yeah, I was listening to it too. I was like, I'm digging this music.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when Curtis Mayfield shows up in Superfly. Because then that's a movie where you spend a lot of time at the club, but hey, it's Curtis Mayfield, so who's complaining?
Exactly. You just sit down, order a drink, enjoy the show, because you're gonna be there for a while. Fortunately, the music was kind of good. This man is into it.
Yo, man.
Yeah.
I tell you, that shit is kicking in, boy. As soon as he got in close, because first he was.
Yeah. Hey, that brother's feeling it over there. They're actually pretty good. I was into it, man. And today, Kevin King, he said, hey, a little fun fact here, a little Blacula trivia. Mm-hmm. They are actually a band called Hughes Corporation. Mm-hmm. And believe it or not, while everybody's sitting there laughing at it, me including, man, look at these crazy psychedelic people up here. It turns out you've heard one of their songs before.
Huge hit.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat.
Jesus, did they stretch the screen or are they that skinny?
Yeah, I think they stretched the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, look at that. They stretched the screen.
They look like anime characters.
Yeah.
and Shorty didn't work on that choreography either. Them brothers doing whatever the they want to on the
I never
side.
saw that video. I just remember them on Soul Train doing that song.
Yeah, I think they were in the UK when they made that. It was like they were in a UK show.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Thomas Gordon, at one point in the movie, he actually sits down and he draws Count Chocula.
Vampire.
Oh, yeah. I noticed that, yes.
I look like a cross between the Count and Count Chocula.
Yeah.
But then after you spend some time at the club, that was a groovy band, you know, because they weren't doing the typical funk stuff.
Right.
You know, rip off James Brown shit and stuff like that. You know, that was kind of cool. I was loving the music. I was like, all right, even this is kind of a level above your average blaxploitation stuff.
Right.
But then after that, they like, all right, you know what?
I gotta be me. Yeah. I gotta be me.
Y'all had enough culture long enough, man.
Yeah.
Oh, that brother who walks up to the table.
Oh, we getting that a little bit.
I gotta remind you of what this is.
Man, but they can't help it. I mean, listen, like in blaxploitation movies, anytime a black person start running, that band pulls out that horn and they start playing.
Wait!
Funky band starts playing.
Yeah, shit. Man,
look, in the 70s, as a band, you weren't shit if you couldn't play a chase scene.
That's right.
No, that's true.
That's in white movies too. They did that too.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially the detective shows.
And in the 70s, if the cops are remotely in your blaxploitation movie, you gonna run from the cops if you black. Even if you were black vampire.
Who can turn into a bat and fly away.
That fool ran out of a building from the cops. Blacula, the vampire, superhuman. The cops was coming and forgot all his powers and just started running.
He remembered he was black.
Hey, hold it, mister.
That
shit. My powers take time. I gotta get he ran. I hate to say, look, I don't want to stereotype nobody, but Blacula ran like he stole something.
Yeah.
Hey, hold it, mister.
Yeah.
He right there.
Or the kitchen sink.
That brother had something. And
High stepping too.
Heels kicking up dust. And it's funny because he was so scared of the police. He ran so fast and so quick, he forgot he could turn into a bat.
He's like, I can get away faster this way.
Man, this movie's an hour and 33 minutes. It took him an hour and 15 minutes where he's like, oh yeah, I can change it to a bat.
I have a rather urgent appointment elsewhere.
Well, why didn't you do that shit an hour ago?
You know what? The pressure was getting to him. He's just like, just feet don't fail me now. That's all I know right now.
He's running on instinct.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shit, when he heard them cops say freeze, he that bat shit.
Yeah.
Hey, hold it, mister.
Yeah, let's take time to turn to a bat. I gotta get
I can't even remember how to do it right now. I gotta just keep running. I forgot how.
Yeah. Shit, the hell with a bat. You ever seen a black man fly?
Right. Matter of fact, you see how fast he's booking?
The stunts in this, they're kind of cool, man. But that's still silly. I mean, they got a stunt budget. They can set things.
There
on
is
fire.
one stunt that I was impressed with.
What's that?
It's where the guy was going up the stairs. He picked him up and threw him into those other people.
I'm gonna show that in a little bit. But they got a budget to set people on fire.
Oh yeah.
But it's funny because the black people are like, shit, you don't set my ass on
Right.
fire. So it just so they throw the fire near them, and because them brothers don't want to get near the fire, they have to cut back, and now they cut back like ah. So it looked like they walked into
Right.
the fire.
Well, what cracked me up about that is like if you throw a lantern that's full of gas, it's not going to light on fire unless you light it first.
Right.
Unless you throw it at a vampire. Vampires are very flammable.
Apparently so, because they just throw in
Right.
lanterns.
It's like if you don't like the Molotov cocktail, you're just gonna bust the bottle. That's it.
And it's funny, they do that with every black person in here. They throw the lantern near their feet. The fire is right next to them. All they gotta do is run the opposite way. It ain't touching them.
Well, I guess I have to run into it.
Yeah.
Through it right there.
Yeah, because you ain't lighting. Because they say you not lighting my black ass on fire.
Yeah, those all black vampires?
Yeah, those are all black vampires. But the one white vampire in there is like, hit me with it. I don't care. Give me that. Honky. He ran up.
Job turkey.
The hell with Whitey. He set his ass on fire.
He grabbed it from the other dude, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit, you ain't doing nothing but this.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
other guy was like, "Oh, he's my friend, though." Like, give me that shit.
Not your friend. The makeup is terrible. Makeup, oh man, the makeup, they ain't got no budget for it, man. You know, that's another thing. They ain't got no money. So all the more vampires they make, the cheaper they look. Some spook house shit.
Yeah.
Watch it, Jake.
Bad wigs, bad grease makeup.
Yeah.
And I don't even know where they get these robes from.
That is spook ass shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and they shot this in a warehouse. They had to spend no money.
Yeah, and you
Bad
notice
wigs.
how empty all those barrels are. They have these barrels. They just fall over if you just blow on them.
Those are foam, aren't they?
Might as well be.
Yeah.
I just said,
Man, but that grease paint. Like you can just set, that
Yeah.
cheap ass
Oh,
grease
yeah.
paint they're throwing on,
Exactly.
and you just slather it on their faces, which just looks way bad.
exactly. No, it looks terrible. And
In the wigs,
the
yeah.
horror stuff is it gets goofier as it goes along. I was talking about how this works as a good horror movie. It does when they're dealing with Blacula story or Prince Mama Wande or whatever. But
Mama Walde.
Mama Walde. It's cool when they're dealing with his story and everything. And
Well,
he
even though
goes
it's
through.
cheap, that whole scene with the cab driver when she gets back off the slab and comes running at the camera in slow motion, that used to scare the shit out of me.
Oh yeah, no, he showed that in the trailer. That looks freaky. But the what I mean by the goofy horror stuff, a lot of people die dumb. If you're a cop with a white helmet, you might as well be a red shirt in Star Trek, because you were just there to die. You Blacula food, and they go
Cannon fodder.
and they go down easy.
Damn.
Like you were just a bitch.
Right. He's like,
barely touched.
Yeah, he said,
I ain't get you all that hard. Come on, man.
Get your ass up. You all right? You ain't nothing right, nothing wrong with you.
Get you.
Killing these cops gets so easy that he just starts making fools out of them just to have fun. He went bowling with him.
Yeah, I know.
That was a pretty good stunt.
Yes, it was.
That dude really does roll down those stairs.
Because he was upright and then took himself down
Yeah.
again. You know they sped it up.
But they look stupid as hell when they
Yeah.
walked in. Like he went bowling for cops.
Oh, you can see the strings.
Man, he started at one point. Do you remember that part he went Donkey Kong on their ass? He just he climbed up some girders, man, like in Donkey Kong. He started throwing
barrels at him. Damn, that shit looks like it really.
He hit it right on his head.
That was a perfect shot.
He thought he was being sneaky. You ain't gonna ever see me. Shit. Throw another one
right on the head.
Yeah, take that bitch. He up there just like Donkey Kong. Got the girders and everything. They got one cop in here want to kill. These are just goofy deaths, man. They're funnier than they are scary. So this is not even working as a horror movie at this point. They got one cop in here. He wants to kill a black person so bad that when bullets don't work, he got one, but that ain't enough. You know, I want that main prize. When the bullets don't work on Blacula, that fool just gets up and just runs at him.
All right, Tina.
Come here.
I'm sorry. Fuck. When he was running though, he was like, oh shit, never mind. He was running like, oh, why did I do this? Why'd I come over here like this?
And I told y'all to keep in mind that signature move.
Oh yeah.
That backhanded bitch slap. That fool.
Backhanded bitch slap.
Yeah. He was feeling that cape, man. He says, if I dress like a pimp, I might as well act like one.
Yep.
Go!
Always the backhand.
Yeah. Shit, all you fools owe me money. Blacula ain't playing with y'all.
No, Mama Wally, please don't hurt him. No.
Smacking bitches all night.
Don't hurt who? You mean him?
Shit, Blacula Smackdown 72. Somebody said, my name is Smackula.
Smackula.
With a cheap budget, sometimes you got to be loose with your rules in here.
Sure.
Like they don't really follow any rules for how these vampires are turned into vampires. They're very loose with it. They got like sometimes the vampires turn instantly. Thought he was gonna get some black ass.
Yeah. I'll get the nigga to this door.
That chick's pretty hot too. She was on an episode of Sanford and Son.
Was she?
Yeah, it was one where Fred's old love had come back with her daughter.
I saw that one.
Yeah, and Lamont was dating her, and Fred and the woman told her that, well, that's your daughter, and he was trying to get Lamont to not date her.
And Lamont, like, I don't care. Yeah, she fine as hell.
Well, it was a lie anyway.
Right, it was a lie.
Yeah. Sometimes they turn quick. Sometimes they turn slow. I don't even get it. Sometimes they gotta defrost. You know what's funny with that is you can see that she got a towel over her, right there. You can see that she's naked under there. What I like about that is that she had enough self-respect to, as soon as she changed into a vampire and got up, she had enough self-respect to put on a robe before she completely lost her damn mind.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's your wife when she catch you taking selfies with your side piece. Come flying at the thing like
when
that.
I was a kid, I used to scare the hell out of me.
It is scary.
Because they would play this movie on TV sometimes, on late nights, and they would always somehow come in on that scene.
Yeah, Martin used to think that was coming down his hallway at night.
Yeah.
You better behave, Martin. That woman gonna come at you.
Hey, she was a proud woman.
Like she got people.
You the imbecile. Boy.
She was just on that slab and got up before she lost her mind. She got fully dressed and then decided like, ah! Hey, like you said, it's a blaxploitation film. You always got that one dude.
Oh yeah.
They got always one dude.
Hey, what's happening? How's everybody? How you doing, brother? My name is Skillet.
Skillet. Skillet, you know what?
I know, even down to the name. Skillet.
I ain't right down to the name. And he acts just as you imagine someone named Skillet would.
Hey, look here, Mama. Don't you want a little company?
Company.
Yeah,
Look at
little
company. He's like, yeah, get your hands off me.
Yeah, no. She's like, oh, just 3 more weeks of this job. And this
She's like, I'm a waitress, so I got to keep flirting with you. But
motherfucker be coming here every night.
Throw his ass in the skillet.
Shit, he's worse than Frying Pan.
Yeah. And Frying Pan's an asshole.
Oh my God.
Oh, but man, the movie's also very horribly outdated, man. As far as you know, I mean, look, and I know now, like LGBTQ rights. So that's something that's still kind of fresh for people because back then
it did not exist.
They didn't care.
There wasn't even a concept of that. Being homophobic, that was just called being normal.
That was just a everyday routine. You didn't call gay people back then. You called them the F word. And I'm telling you, you watch this and you know they did it because they did it casually.
Panthers. Come on, Jack, don't cop out. 2 interior decorators and a lady cab driver. Panthers?
Oh, yeah, you're
Damn,
right.
that shit just rolled off his tongue.
Yeah.
God damn.
Oh, yeah.
To where you almost don't even hear it.
Yeah.
Like, wait,
he says that all the time.
Yeah, as if it wasn't an insult.
They talked about them like they talk about black people.
Hey, Danny, take a look at that. How can you tell? They all look alike.
They all look alike?
Damn.
You mean even the black ones look like the white ones? I mean, they had no.
That's rough.
They didn't think of them as humans.
Yeah.
But the ending is kind of emotional. But the cheapness of the movie takes away.
I gotta say, when I was a kid, I felt really sorry for how that ending, like for Mama Waldy. And even watching it now, I was like, yeah, I still have that kind of like, this is wrong.
Yeah, I wanna feel bad, but it's real cheap at the end.
I know. I know.
Like
it's Play-Doh. But
yeah, because he loses his girl who that looked like his wife, Luva. Tina dies, man. She dies because he was trying to save her. He had to change her to a vampire and he put her into a coffin, and these brothers are looking for him in his coffin. So you put 2 and 2 together, you know what happens. She's like, I just got turned. She's like, God damn, I didn't have no time. She's like, and I know you didn't stab me with a broomstick.
She got turned into a vampire. He turned into a vampire.
Yeah, because she got shot.
To save her, vampire.
Right.
Damn.
And they're looking for him. They just open the coffin, like just open and stab.
I tell you, man, that she sold that shit too. That looked like it looked like they really hurt her. Watch what the doing.
I didn't get a chance to turn into a bat or nothing.
And so he decides, like, well, since they kill her, I got nothing to live for. So he decides to, like any self-respecting vampire, he says, I'll go out looking at the sun one last time, except the sun here looks like a big-ass light bulb. Because, they don't want to point a camera straight at the sun.
Right.
And when he goes out there, of course, he starts to melt, but it's funny because him melting, when he
decomposes.
He decomposes quick, but it looks like an ice cream cake with maggots on it. And then crossfades into a whole different location.
Wow. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, they couldn't keep it in the same spot.
Looking like Skeletor.
I don't know. I found it effective for the super cheap budget they had.
And sometimes the dialogue is just bad because they're trying to show people talking between 2 phone calls, and they're shot at different times. And these people just don't act too well talking to nobody on the phone. What?
I was just thinking that. I was like, I'm going to let him say it. I was like,
I mean, sir.
You're like, this nigga calling me.
Hello?
This is Dr. Thomas.
They will be, Mr. Swenson.
All right, then.
Thanks.
Bye. I hate that mother.
Yeah.
I should never have agreed to that.
See, what I was going to say when he called this.
He had a whole speech planned.
Yeah, he sure did.
Damn it.
Went like a bitch.
Damn it, Roy, you punked out again.
Yeah, I know.
Next time
he call, I'm going to make some notes.
Somebody said, what is she mixing? She's mixing nothing, man.
You're right, exactly. Colored water.
Yeah. They do this thing where, like, to show that you're an official scientist, they just have you look into the microscope at the end of every scene.
exchange because she thinks he got her purse.
Next year, we move to the suburbs.
Now back to science.
I like the way he looked at us. He's like, yeah, unlike last year. He's like, bitch, we ain't got to go nowhere now. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, y'all. Hey, but you know what? Like I said, man, still out of all its shortcomings,
I enjoyed it.
I did too. It's a bad movie, man, but only because of its shortcomings. I had a fun time with this, man. I did. And its ambition makes up for all its shortcomings. You know, it's actually it's very watchable.
Yeah.
You know, look, when it's good, it's actually good. When it's bad, it's still entertaining.
That's a great way to put it.
It's definitely the coolest bad movie review I've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
I mean, usually I'm like, what the f*** is this? This is actually cool. Like, I would love to see somebody remake this, like, for today. Who's the guy that does all the ones?
Don't say Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
I think he'd be good for this.
Jordan Peele ain't the only one making black
Well,
horror.
anybody like that. I'm saying somebody that knows what they're doing in that way.
No, that's the thing. It could use some updating.
Yeah.
To take out the things.
No, you're right though. You're exactly right.
There's a good enough germ of what's here to build on it and make something better.
Yeah. Like, I'm thankful to be sitting here for this one.
There you go, y'all. That's it right there. Yeah, if I had to give it anything, if anybody's asking, I would give it a rental. It's actually
I'd give it a matinee. I'd love to see this on the
Yeah.
big screen.
Where can we even watch it?
Where did I see it? It was
Amazon.
Free. Oh, yeah, that's right, Amazon.
Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a cool Halloween costume.
I was starting to do it this year. I just couldn't get together.
You just have to, all you have to do is do the hair.
Yes. No, you know what?
Yeah, you had your Danny Glover hair going.
All I had to do was like just shave my pubes and put on my eyebrow and my face right
Eyebrows, the teeth,
take
whatever.
my pubic hair and put it on my cheek. You know?
Translate it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I'll
they
be
make
all right.
the faces whiter. Like, what are they doing? Why are the black man?
Because he's dead.
Oh, meant to be looked at.